G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in down towards the south of the map, we've got Beastie QT, going to be playing the Mongols. Going to be taking a beautiful town center spot here next to the gold, next to the wood line. He's going to be very happy with that. Sheep moving slowly over and villager heading out towards that Uvu. At least I think towards that Uvu. I don't know why he didn't go for this one back here. I think he's only just realized it now, potentially. No, okay, he has only realized that this was the closer Uvu, so going to be looking to take that one. But we'll take a look over towards the opposite side of the map. We see his opponent beginning to run out with their own Khan because Kelazur has also picked the Mongols, and he's got a pretty good spot here. Got some berries close by to the town center, so his food's going to be secure, but his gold, I tell you what, this gold spawn, whew, yikes. Now, there is a couple of nice little spawns up here. This would have been a great one, but obviously it's incredibly far away. Kelazur yet to scout that one out completely. The map that we've got here is Ancient Spires. So, players have opted for the Mongols on this map, and it makes a lot of sense. Typically, the Mongols are a very good civilization when it comes to early sort of aggression, especially on hybrid maps. Now, this map, obviously, it's a hybrid map, but it is a hyper-hybrid map. That being that there is different ponds that you are able to take, and subsequently, you need to be flexible in your taking of those ponds. So if your enemy goes for this pond, you need to be able to deal with it. If your enemy comes down and goes into this pond, you need to be able to deal with it, and the Mongols are one of the best civilizations for that. Obviously, there are a lot of other civs that are potentially going to thrive on hybrid or in hybrid environments, but the Mongols are definitely the king. Other civils that come to mind are the Delhi Sultanate, which is very good for, in my opinion, sort of single-body hybrid maps, which are close. So as an example, one of the hybrid maps, look at this. This is an interesting trading post site. This is one of the weirdest spawns I've ever seen for a trading post site. Look at that bad boy just chilling up there. At least there's a way in for it. But yeah, that is very, very funny. I love the way that it's sitting up on the top of the hill and like the cliff is very clearly like just there for it. Yeah, Delhi are good on, say, a single body hybrid map. So, as an example, like Boulder Bay would not be that choice because it's too far away from the enemy. It's difficult to get that dock down next to them. But for say like Danube, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. That is a map that is a great choice for the Delhi. Village are probably going to be going down here. You can see it's got another 4 shots in it. There's no way it's going to be getting out of here alive. So Beastie probably just going to be running back there. Khan going to be taking that out, so very well. Spears already on the way out, and we see that Khan going to be harassing them. There's 3 spears out. Beastie on the lookout, obviously spots that. He's got his own barracks already put down. Going to begin working on the dock, so no villagers going to be coming out for him in this direction. We can see that the Khan is actually just doing a great job of just harassing these spearmen. We've got the double batch going to be coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised that with the double batch we see maybe 2 or 3 villagers get pulled and look to place down an outpost, at least initially. I'm going to assume with the mass that Kelazur's got, Khan actually going down, 3 sheep going to be going over towards Kelazur as well, so a nice victory there in the early game for Kelazur, so that is a small win, and you guys know when it comes to the Mongols, it is all about those small wins, but I wouldn't be surprised. So we do have Kelazur looking to expand towards the middle, so obviously with this much aggression in the early game, it's unlikely that he would have his own expansion, so Beastie now going to be looking to secure or shore this expansion up. We see the fishing boat just suffering quite significantly as well. A couple of wolves going down here, but more spears coming in now. Going to be focusing down that dock, and Mongol madness is happening. This is a classic Mongol mirror map. We're going to alliterate as many M's as we can, and now we see Beastie actually going to be giving up his dock. So this is pretty huge when you think about it. He said, okay, well, I've lost my dock, a little bit of an oversight there by me, but I'm going to go looking for your docks, because you've got to have a dock around here somewhere, and you can actually see Beastie is just rallying towards that point on the map. Actually, he's just rallying towards a spire, which he's yet to uncover, but his units actually don't run past this position, so I think that Kelazur is going to be in a great position here just simply because obviously he has opened with a barracks. That means that he's going to have a larger mass than Beastie. I would expect that he's going to continue focusing on producing those spears. We see that he's got plenty of resources in the bank, but at the same time he's used up all of his stone, so probably just going to be utilizing that. Not a lot of sheep left here. Khan's got to get back and got to deliver these sheep. Where is that Khan? Khan actually heading towards the base of Beastie. Probably a wrong decision at this point. I mean, there's no real point in scouting out what Beastie is up to at this point. You just got to deliver these sheep back. Obviously, he's going to be able to walk back to or get these berry bushes online. That's one of the things, but you got to keep in mind that it makes it a little bit more difficult. Actually, you could probably put a Gur between the two of these. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea. A little bit of a long walking distance, but I mean, realistically, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Kelazor going to continue to scout the front of Beastie's base. He's looking for any potential spears that have come out. Beastie over towards the north side of the map. Going to continue scouting around, looking for that dock. He does actually find it, and we see an outpost going to be coming down here. 3 villagers as well, so Kelazor now looking to meet his matches. A lot of spears here for him, though. That's 10 spears just on the screen, another 2 coming in as well. And he is going to be able to hold this very easily. That outpost probably going to be going down or getting cancelled very shortly. I don't think there's any way Beastie can hold. Beastie's got to cancel that. He does manage to cancel it just in time. Second outpost going to be coming up as well. Khan back up on the radar now, so it's going to be out and about. We'll take a look at Kelazor's perspective and see where that Khan is. Doesn't look like it's been able to drop it off. When we do have that Gur going in between. A bit of a spear fight at the moment, but we've got Beastie, who is way outnumbered in this position. That outpost is going to get fended off, and only a couple HP left on that. We see Beastie actually going to come in and get the snipe with a couple of villagers. You've got to be careful here as the movement speed does go down. Kelazor looking very strong at this position. 4 fishing boats at the moment, and he's got a significant mass over his opponent. So definitely a bit of a build order win here. Beastie trying to play it a little bit greedy, but already beginning to lose the early game in these Mongol mirrors. It's little differences like this that really make up the big differences in the mid game. So that is something to be very cognizant of. He's also got the deep water fish here as well, which is going to be really, really good for him. So he's looking incredible at this point. We've got Beastie now beginning to add a second dock in, or at least trying to add a second dock. There we go. Going to be getting that one out. So going to be trying again to restart, but obviously he's going to be significantly behind his opponent. He's given over 1 bounty to his opponent. He's lost 2 fishing boats over here. And in addition to that, you know, he is down significant amount of fishing boats. We've got 5 fishing boats out for his opponent already. 6th one about to come out here. So Beastie definitely very far behind at this point. It's going to be tough for him to try and come back from this position. If you guys have been watching these games, you will know that they are part of this series, or the show match that Lidakor has hosted. So I think this is our 4th game. It might be our 3rd game. I'm not sure exactly, but these guys are very evenly matched. Actually, it is our 4th game. I remember the first 3 games now. So this is our 4th game. So these guys are very evenly matched, despite if you look in the top right-hand corner, you see rank 2 versus rank 55. It definitely seems like it's rank 2 versus rank 5, because these guys are right, you know, neck and neck in a lot of these games. And now look at the extended age 1 here. This is significant. We're at 7 minutes 30 and not a single landmark has been placed down at this point. Beastie nowhere near aging up at this point. It is absolutely ludicrous how much or how aggressive these guys are in the first age, but it's totally necessary. It really makes sense. We've got Kelazor now going to be coming around and looking to actually siege down the Uvu as we spot the outpost going to be going up here. A lot of units here for him. 13 spearmen, movement speed arrow going off and looking to push back that outpost. Going to do a great job. A nice little choke point here as the villagers try and hold in underneath. I think the Khan does manage to go down, so Beastie gets a little bit of a victory there, and he really needs to hold on to this point. Once this outpost goes up, Kelazor is going to be forced to go back. Beastie manages to hold on despite having lower numbers here. Getting that outpost up means that he's guaranteed to hold this position, will not be losing his Uvu. There might be a little sweet spot, or normally you can find a sweet spot when it comes to the outpost, like the range might be like right here, so you could potentially find a sweet spot right there and then begin to do the house dances. For anybody that's unfamiliar with a house dance, it's essentially the way that it works is you siege the Uvu or you siege a building and your enemy runs in and they're trying to get you to come off it, and it's kind of like a game of chicken where your units are throwing torches. Speaking of units and throwing torches, now we've got a little bit of a discovery over towards the west of the map. Beastie QT realizes that he is behind at this point and that he needs to go big or go home. So this is definitely the correct play. So often, if you're behind, what is the best way to get back into the game? It's not actually to try and do something that's part of your plan. It's actually to play incredibly greedy, in my opinion. That's the best way. I used to play StarCraft back in the day. If I ever lost a huge amount of drones, I was a Zerg lamer. You know what I would do? I would just drop down an extra 2 hatcheries. Just go on some random bases in the corner, just drop them down, and it was that was my plan for the long game. Just play it out as greedy as possible and hope that my enemy doesn't attack me for the next couple of minutes. So I think that that's what Beastie's doing. You can see that right now we're sitting at 9 minutes 20. Beastie's still not yet up to the feudal age, not even looking like he wants to go to feudal, but at the same time, he's only got one fishing boat that's in this pond. He's only got 2 that are in this pond, 3 going to be coming out very shortly. It's almost like he forgot to add this one to the control group, and he's just queued up a whole bunch of fishing boats. Spears on the back line going to be finding that. More Spears going to be coming in for Kelazor, but Kelazor at a significant advantage here, obviously sitting up in the next age. It means that he's going to have access to archers, Beastie only having access to spearmen and scouts, and as you guys know, scouts not particularly offensive or effective against spears or archers, and archers are very effective against spears. So we've got Kelazor who's going to have a significant advantage. The only thing that's going to be holding Kelazor back are these outposts. How does he deal with that? That's a very easy siege engineering into a ram. So we'll take a look over at his base, and voila, you see a blacksmith, and of course it is researching improved siege engineering, so no surprise there. So I would expect that we're going to see double archers coming out of this one. Actually, we've got Mangudai coming out of this. This is not something that I expected in this matchup. Mangudai? I guess he does have a lot of resources. Holy, just take a look at that. He's got 32 villagers on wood at the moment. Where are his gold villagers? What's going on? He's not trading. Both of these players are going up. Deerstones is down for Kelazor. I'm assuming Deerstone's going up for Beastie. Indeed it is. But Mangudai? I mean, you're at a position where you really need gold, not necessarily to age up, but let's just say, like, investing in Mangudai, that's a very expensive decision. 10 villagers going to be going on here, so Beastie going to be trying his best to get up, but spending 11 minutes in age 1, he's going to be having a bit of a difficult time. That is definitely the case, but his opponent managing to get up significantly earlier than him, and ideally he'd probably be adding in a second dock over here, just in case this one does go down. We can see all of the fishing boats actually returning. They're going to be returning with just a little bit of food, because there's so many fishing boats, 14 fishing boats in this pond, that he's actually going to be depleting that fish already, and you can see just how many idols he's got sitting here right now. So the fish can't tell the fishing boats can't tell the difference between the shore fish and the deep sea fish, and so they act as idols until you reallocate them or retask them. Dock going to be coming down up towards here for Kelazor as well. Only 2 fishing boats down here. It looks like a third. Oh no, it's a light junk is being added in. So both players going to be going light junk. Beastie going to have the advantage there. But once again, now we see, where is the military coming out? Oh, I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We've had ourselves a little bit of a raid this whole time. I've been chatting on. I didn't even realize that I missed this. You know, it's very rare that I miss things. I'll be honest with you guys. I sort of pride myself on being able to spot most of the action that's happening on the map, but I missed this. So Villager's going to get pulled now, coming towards the battering ram, and Kelazor doing a lot of damage. Stable going down, outpost going down. Only the barracks remains. Uvu is up here. Battering ram going to be going down. Beautiful fadeaway shot there from Beastie as he manages to deal with the ram. Second ram going to be coming down now, and towards the base of, or towards the north side, we do have that junk on junk action, the light junk on junk action rather. But now the Mangudai are just chilling out for the moment. I'm curious what the addition of the Mangudai means, because obviously these guys are really good at raiding, but realistically against the Mongols it's kind of difficult to do, just because they can pick up, they can move, they've got their town centers just always right next to their wood line, so they're very, very safe. But Beastie having a bit of a tough time. I'm going to be real with you guys. You can see the scores really beginning to burgeon at this point, and you've got to start wondering, is Beastie in trouble? Because I kind of feel like he is. This is the right move for Kelazor here, to come in with this aggression with the archers. I'd love to see a few more archers out of him and really seal the deal, but to be honest, he's already bought enough of a lead. He could be moving into the second age, or into the third age rather, and that would just be almost GG for Beastie at this point. It'd be very difficult for him, but this ram, you know, it already speaks volumes to how much damage is being done here, forcing him off the Uvu. He's probably going to have to readjust his Uvu down towards the south. We did spot that he was initially going to be going for that one. Up towards the north, it looks like light junk going to be in trouble against 2 of its opponents. Villagers picking off, or rather spears picking off archers as they come across the map. Kelazor having an absolutely great time. All the fishing boats in the middle as well. Going to continue gathering up, and 56 villagers now for him compared to 42 for Beastie. So Beastie down significantly. Probably going to be getting a +1 in here. Beastie actually trying to reach the next age. That's what he's going for. All right, so he's trying to get up to the next stage, but I think the difficult spot for him is obviously he's got no Uvu. His enemy is pushing in very slowly but steadily. He's got double battering rams now coming in, and Beastie in a bit of a difficult spot. Kelazor really looking very strong here, and probably going to be pushing in and finishing off Beastie here. I can't imagine how Beastie's going to be able to hold this, unless he pulls villagers and manages to take out both of the battering rams. But even then, if he does that, you know, there's just going to be more battering rams that come. You can see a third battering ram getting added in here. Archers going to be popping that one down while the spears do the sieging. More villagers coming out. These guys do not have their textile upgrade. It is coming in now, so a nice switch from Beastie to actually go into that textile. So that's one of the things that I always talk about. Whenever you're getting ram rushed, you want to be researching that textiles as quickly as possible. Look at the archer mass now coming out from Kelazor as well. This is significant. I don't think there's any way you can stop this. Kelazor actually looking to go up to the next age as well behind this. So Beastie sitting there with 18 idols and a significantly less economy than his opponent. Battering ram gets cancelled. I think Kelazor probably realizes that he's ahead significantly. Doesn't need to add that third battering ram, just needs to get more ahead, and obviously going up to the next stage is going to be his way to do that. What kind of infrastructure have we got behind this? A lot of archery ranges, not a single stable in sight, so he's got 5 archery ranges here, so could potentially just be going straight into veteran archers once he gets up to the next age. Now going to be able to click up. Step Redoubt probably going to be going down on this gold mine. We'll take a look and see where he adds it. Uvu gets depleted. You hate to see it. Everybody just spams Uvus when I say Uvu. I love the Uvu, man. It's such a great name, Uvu. So Step Redoubt coming in, being constructed with 13 villagers here. Beastie continuing to struggle here. We'll take a look from his perspective, see how close he is to aging up. 1,700 food in the bank for him at the moment, and just really not able to hold on. So when it comes to these Mongol games, it's all about aggression. It's all about getting ahead of your enemy. 3 battering rams in here, plenty of archers behind, and at the same time, going up to the next age, Beastie is in a difficult spot. Town Center going to be going down here. Only 12 villagers inside it. We'll take a look how many villagers he's got in total. Only 39 villagers. So Kelazor doing an absolutely impressive job in this early game and demonstrating that barracks over dock is what you need to go first. Taking out that deer in the midst of action. He said, you know what? Fuck that deer in particular. Absolutely destroys it. Villagers trying their best. Insufficient wood as the town center heals or tries to get away. Kelazor reaching the castle age, and Beastie trying his best to get back into the game. You can see he's got 2,000 food in the bank right now, does a whole bunch of market trading, manages to get out a few more units, but this is not going to be enough to hold on. He's got 2 battering rams coming in. His enemy just aged up, probably got veterancy in the queue right now. We'll have a look and see exactly what he's got. No veterancy coming through just yet. What upgrades have we got? No upgrades coming through just yet, but Kelazor definitely looking very, very strong here. Archers now getting buffed up as well. I think it was an attack speed archer buff, and indeed it was. 14 villagers, and it looks like Beastie taps out of this game. Mongol Madness, you guys know exactly where this is coming from, so make sure you go check out Littlecore. If you're interested in seeing either of these 2 players, I'll leave links in the description, and it really shows that going aggressive is the name of the game when it comes to these Mongol mirrors. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.